Hello everyone, it's Killian here, and in this video it will be all about collisions and rigid bodies in Unity. So open up the project we created before and we will jump right into it. One thing I forgot to mention in the previous video was that you can change the input values of the player controller by going to Edit, Project Settings, Input, and then you will see all of the axes over here. Horizontal being the A and D buttons, and vertical being the S and W buttons. You can change any of these buttons by just pressing into the text box and then clicking on your desired keyboard button. Okay. So for now I will just firstly decorate this scene a little bit so we can continue with our later videos. I'm just going to use the default Unity prefabs like cubes to create a little bit of corridors for our player to walk into. Let's create a small hall over here. Like this. And also delete the main camera. And then we will create another cube over here. Make it a little bit smaller. And then create a corridor. Like this. And then the last one over here. So now we have a little level for our player to walk into, around in. I'm just going to set the directional light a little bit to a desired lighting condition, like this. Okay. Create a empty game object to place all of our level decoration in, like this. And I'm just going to call it map, like that. So to make it that the player doesn't fall to the ground or walk into the walls, we use something called a collision mesh. To view the collision mesh of an object, click on the game object like this one, and you'll see the component of type collider. The types of collision meshes can range from very basic primitive collisions like this cube over here, or really complex collisions which Unity just generates based on the mesh topology, which can be turned on by going, for example, to the third-person character models and the Ethan model that ships with Unity, and you'll see the generate colliders checkmark over here. By clicking this on and hitting apply, Unity will generate the colliders for you by just using the mesh. So now that the whole collision debacle is out of the way, we are going to talk a little bit about rigid bodies. A rigid body is essentially an object that is subject to gravity and can have forces applied to it. A game object can be made a rigid body by adding the rigid body component to it. So if we go to our cube we made over here and attach a rigid body component, like this, and by simply not changing anything in the settings of the rigid body component, the game object will follow all the gravity rules of Unity. As a default, the gravity in Unity is set to the Earth's natural gravity velocity of minus 9.81 Newton. If you would like to change this value, or you want to simulate a level with less gravity, for let's say you are creating a game that takes place on the moon, simply go to Edit, Project Settings and Physics, and you will see the gravity factor over here, which is set of course to the Earth's gravity. So now if we hit play, I'll do that again, just for rotate the camera so we can see the cube falling actually, like this. You can see that the cube falls to the ground, like it should. So now if we go back to our rigid body component and set the use gravity checkbox to false and hit play again, then we will see that the cube will not fall to the ground. If we push it a little bit lower, it still not falls to the ground, but if we bump into it, the rigid body will basically have the same forces applied like it normally should have, like this. So you can see by setting the use gravity checkbox to false, it will not apply the gravity forces, but the other forces will be applied. So if we check this is kinematic to true, it will not apply the gravity, but will not also apply the force when bumping into it. So it will stay in the same exact position it is in. So with this we have a little level to work with for the next video, where we will be creating triggers and pickups for a first-person shooter by using the collisions we saw in this video. So leave a like, a comment and subscribe if you think this video was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.